Good evening from Knightstown, Indiana. It is IHSAA basketball here on IndianaSRN as the Traders Point Christian School Knights host the University Trailblazers. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Burtner Electric, your licensed and experienced electricians serving Central Indiana. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sport with the winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistical solution. And Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Sean Kroll alongside Jarrett Lewis as we get set for basketball on this Saturday night from Knightstown, Indiana, as the 2-2 Traders Point Christian School Knights take on University, coming in at 4-2. University played last night, lost to Brebeuf Jesuit, so they're going back-to-back. Traders Point hasn't played in 8 days, Jarrett. Is that going to make a difference in the way the game goes tonight?
It very well could. I mean, you could look at it in one way for University coming off a game. You're really in the form of playing basketball. You're used to, being on the court, back-to-back days. The kids, they got young legs. They'll be all right. They'll be able to bounce back. So, and then looking at on the side for Traders Point, they've had such a long time to prepare for this game. So you got to think that they'll be well rested. So I think it could benefit both teams, whatever way you look at it. So it is a different situation. But I guess we'll find out right off the bat just how well rested and how well ready these two teams are given their different circumstances.
Traders Point comes in with a new coach this year. Sean Busick takes over, has his son in Drew Busick as one of the players. A couple of guys that have played football for them this year that did a great job. It takes some time to get a new system going out of school, as Sean Busick has done. How long you've played in high school basketball? What is it like when somebody comes in with a new system to take over for you to adjust as a player?
Well, it might take some time. I mean, the thing about basketball, though, is you're always practicing. It seems like there's never really too many days off. So as long as you keep on practicing and working on these things that Coach Busick has brought in, you will see success. And this is a coach that has been coaching for a long time. This is his 7th different school that he has stopped by to coach at, I believe, and he has numerous sectional and regional championships under his belt. So a great coach to come in and try to build up this Traders Point basketball program, who they've had some good success, and they have some pretty good ball players that we will see some really good guards on the court for Traders Point here tonight.
Speaking of Coach Busick, he is in his first year at Traders Point, but 29 years on the sidelines, 408 wins for the coach in his time in the IHSAA. A little bit of the tail of the tape here as we're looking at it. Traders Point averages 50.3 points per game, gives up 43.3. They are 48 in Class 1A in the Sagarin rankings, and they have quite a few guys on their squad who play football, so they're probably, at this point, getting their basketball legs into pretty good shape. You played both as well, so you have an idea of that transition of what it's like to go from football to basketball. Completely different conditioning in both those sports.
Right. It's weird running all the time outside, and then you get into the gym and you start to really feel it when you're doing the up and downs all the time. But I mean, that's one thing that could end up really helping you. You're used to the conditioning in the football season, then you come into basketball, and maybe running up and down on the basketball court is even easier. So it's good to see, one thing, two-sport athletes, guys being able to play both sports for such a small school like both of these schools are.
Brandon Lafferman is in his 9th year at University. 145-59 is his record there, 31st in 2A in the Sagarin. We talked about in the opening, they lost at Brebeuf Jesuit last night by 29, having lost also to Greenwood Christian earlier in the season on December 4th, 61-57. Outside of that, they've swept all 4 against Shortridge, Shenandoah, Cecina, and Liberty Christian. So we'll talk a little bit more about what they have to offer as they're on the road. But first, we'll take a break. You're watching IHSAA basketball on IndianaSRN. back in Knightstown at Traders Point Christian School. It is Indiana SRN bringing you high school basketball tonight as the University Trailblazers are in Knightstown to take on Traders Point. We broke down University a little bit here. It's Whitestown, Knightstown. I got those kind of mixed up. It's the Knights, the Traders Point Knights. That's what it is. Yeah,
that's it.
That's what happens when you get old, Jared. Someday you'll find out.
I know.
Traders Point coming in at 2-2. They last played December 10th, where they lost at North Vermilion 39-33. Before that, they've kind of split. They've alternated wins and losses. They defeated Providence Cristo Rey, lost to Covenant Christian, and beat Indiana Deaf before losing to North Vermilion. The interesting thing for me that jumps out when you look at kind of a breakdown of this, Jarrett, is the opponents' records. Traders Point's opponent records are 9-16, whereas University's 17-19. A little bit of that is the fact that one is 1A and one is 2A, and where kind of they're located. But, in this point of the season, does that make that much of a difference in terms of, how you're going to come out and play? We know it helps come tournament time when you play these tough games early. But right now, as you're in the season, does that matter at all?
I think it'll matter for Traders Point because not being able to play a quality program, you're finally seeing probably your toughest opponent so far this season in University, who has a decent record, has 3 players that are averaging 10 points or more, and so you're finally going to see what exactly your team is made of in this young season. 2-2 is their record, so this will be their 5th game. I mean, it's still a long way to go. You still have 20-plus games left to play this year, so this will be a nice early test in the season, trying to figure it out exactly what kind of team you are and prepare yourself for the rest of the year.
Some leadership on the Traders Point side. They start 3 seniors and 2 juniors, where on University's side, they only start 2 seniors, so a little bit of a younger squad. This is a different gym, I think, than what University's used to. It is smaller, and it is in Whitestown, so far away. When you, as the sharpshooter that you were, does the surroundings matter real quick before we head to a break? Does that matter when you're lining up your shot?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I actually had 2 games earlier. Both of them were at Greenwood Christian, and that's a smaller gym. It's very similar to what Traders Point has here, and both ends of the floor are different. You have one end of the floor that has a wall directly behind the goal. You have another end of the floor that actually has some bleachers behind it. So it is sometimes something you got to get used to, being in a smaller gym, different type of environment.
So we will see what happens tonight as we get ready. As University, located in Carmel, Indiana, will take on Traders Point in this small school, I guess you could say, matchup. Small school, private school matchup. As we have lots for you tonight on the family of networks and through the season so far. Don't forget, Christmas music 24/7 on IndianaSRN. And we'll take a break and come back with the starting lineups. You're watching IHSAA basketball on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. it's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We are back as the starting lineups for University are being set here on IndianaSRN, where you're always in the game. We'll give you those starting lineups here in a second as we are looking at the University starting lineup. 21, Seth Hogg is a junior. Nate Jeffrey, senior forward. Robert Russell, sophomore guard. Andre Oslowski, a junior forward. And Larry Pierce. Pierce is kind of the straw for them that keeps them together. He's in the program for 4 years. He started for quite a few years. Jarrett, he's really been important to University in the development of this program.
Yeah, you see it in the numbers, too. Leads the team in scoring this year, 21 points a game, but also very active rebounding the basketball. Leads them in that category as well with 6 boards a game. Really gets the team going on both ends of the floor. Going to be the X factor, I think, tonight for University.
And you see the Traders Point lineup. Tobias Grant, the senior guard, played football. Cooper Simmons-Little, he started since his freshman year with this squad. Gained a couple inches, was the quarterback of the team. Amari Justice, another guard. Drew Busick, the coach's son. And Jaden Corey, who's come on strong, playing since his sophomore year. We've broadcast quite a few of both these squads in terms of their past few years. So this is going to be interesting matchup tonight right here on IndianaSRN. You see Corey and Pierce about ready to jump from center. As Traders Point in the white, University in the navy blue. And we are about set for basketball. An Indiana tradition unlike any other. If I can combine golf and basketball. Ends up
hello, friend.
Going to University as they get the ball first. And Robert Russell will run the show for this squad. University with a 3-guard set here against a zone from Traders Point. They're looking to get it down low. Nice steal there by Tobias Grant. Quick. He's super fast. As we noted on the football field, a receiver, he's quickness you've got to watch out for on the defensive side.
Yeah, he'll go after those steals. He's the leading team scorer for Traders Point, also at 21 points a game. So with him going up against Pierce, both those guys at 21 this year.
Simmons-Little's kind of evolved as a basketball player. Started out as a guard, just a little bit smaller in his freshman year, but has started since his freshman year. But has become more of kind of a glue guy on basketball as Grant drives to the hole and gets the bucket. 2-0 for Traders Point. Good start for the Knights.
Grant is just in a flash. That's how everything is done with him, whether he has the basketball or not. He's so quick on his feet.
In the past few years, University has been a team that has shot the 3-ball extremely well. But I think they've evolved a little bit as their roster has changed. Get it down low to Pierce. Tough to get it going. Looked like Oslowski almost got the putback, but they did keep the rebound there.
Good recognition by Oslowski, seeing nobody was going to box him out on the weak side. He crashes the boards.
Shot the 3. It is short, and the rebound there by Corey. Tobias Grant again. All of 5'9", got some smaller guys in the court, but that does not mention the size of their hardest. Boy, they double-teamed Drew Busick, and they're going to get the foul. Foul is going to be on Russell. That'll be his team first. As you can see, the closeness of where they're at at the Traders Point gym. Boy, these quaint gyms that are very compact. Boy, it's an interesting feel. Tobias Grant goes up. They're gonna call it on the floor. I thought I maybe saw an extra step in there, but I guess not.
Yeah, I think the coaches you could see there for University were expecting a travel to be called, but they don't get that. And for us as broadcasters, this is kind of a treat being this close to the action,
yeah.
really. We got the camera right on the floor.
That's a second on Russell, and he checks out as he gets 2 quick fouls, and Kami Bracey is in for the Trailblazers. Go ahead.
That's big for Russell, and he's just a sophomore. He's third on the team in scoring as you see this drive from Grant, but 2 quick fouls. We've barely played 2.5 minutes.
Jeffrey drives in the hole, can't get it to go, the 6'2 senior, and a quick rebound. And so far, the offense for Traders Point has been Grant just driving down spreading them out, opening up that lane and driving down the middle. Now it looks like they're going to try it with Justice. Except he'll stop and pop from the elbow and get it to go.
Justice looks pretty comfortable in that first shot. Comfortable dribbling the basketball, and
miscommunication.
That's exactly it.
Kami Bracey throws it away as it looked like Jeffrey was cutting to the basket, and Bracey thought he was going to stay there.
Yeah, the defense here, it's not going to be, well, now they're going to try to cause some havoc, but you're not getting anything going. Might as well try something different.
If your offense isn't rolling, maybe sometimes your defense can turn into offense, as that is off of University.
Nice quick thinking, though, as Cooper Simmons Little is in that back corner. That's a tough spot to be in. You can see the defense, the intensity is picking up from University, so you want to be able to get yourselves out of situations like that where you're stuck in a corner and you're going to see a double team.
Bryce Graham for the Trailblazers. Grant looked like he was trying to post up on the blocks at 5'9". Nice look from Simmons Little at the elbow. Couldn't get it to go. Quickly, University comes down.
It's good to see Simmons Little do that, though. Going back to when he played as a freshman, we've been able to see him over the years really starting to grow. He's got some more muscle on him. He's going to look to drive a lot more often.
Speaking of driving, Pierce goes in, loses control, but they're going to say it's off of Traders Point. And Pierce is kind of a guy on this team. Pierce and Hogg really are the two in a situation like this that they lean on to get them big buckets when they need it.
Yeah, really haven't seen anything from any of those guys quite yet. The offense from University just hasn't found their rhythm.
And Hogg for three, and he got it.
And just as I say something, they perfectly execute how to beat a zone defense by getting it to the high post and finding your shooters that are cutting to open spots.
And you saw that with Pierce flashing to the free throw line and then holding the ball up high, turning it around and looking for his teammate as they double team here on defense, those two. That's kind of what a lot of offenses in high school do, is flash that guy to the free throw line and try and play off of that. But as Busick drives up and he scores, Busick just kind of parted the Red Sea there and went straight to the rack and got it.
And he brought out a couple of different dribble moves in order to beat the defense. It's quite the nifty move.
It was. Pierce thought about the three there for a second as Hogg has hit one. If they're man-to-man and Grant has Pierce, you got to post him up, but they move back into his zone, does Traders Point. Oh, yep, that was a walk by Bryce Gray, the 5'8 sophomore.
There's a good look at Coach Busick right there in the black jacket. And the zone defense, it's all about, you need a lot of communication because there's a lot of moving parts. So the bench and Coach Busick really helping out the five guys on the floor for Traders Point.
Jeffrey back in for University. No substitutions yet for Traders Point as Busick brings the ball up. That would be Drew, by the way. Lost it. The double team got a turnover. Can they convert? Up and under. Oh, and blocked by Cooper Simmons Little.
Well timed by Cooper Simmons Little. And Busick, I think, that time trying to get a little too fancy. Nice double team. University's still trying to bring the second guy over and get some turnovers. But good recovery by Cooper.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Will stay with University. But that right there, I think, is an area of growth we've seen from Simmons Little. As a freshman, he may have tried to take the charge and gotten a blocking foul. Instead, just bided his time and came up from behind and got the block. Nice ball movement here by University. But the defense, I'm very impressed with the defense so far of Traders Point. Gray has struggled a little bit as another three in the corner won't go, and rebound by Jaden Corey. I'm very impressed with the defensive pressure here exerted by Traders Point.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a bend, don't break, because that's how the zone defense kind of is. If you have good passing, University has passed the ball around pretty well. They just haven't been able to get some shots to fall and haven't had their rhythm totally intact yet, as Grant is he's just fearless.
He's not afraid. University does have a size advantage. Corey's the biggest kid, 6'3", for University, for Traders Point, and University has a couple of kids that are bigger than that, but they are showing no fear, especially Grant.
Corey is another kid just like Simmons Little who got some quality minutes as a freshman and sophomore, and now we're seeing him as a junior really develop, and he appears he's grown a couple of inches as he's going to take a seat now. We see our first substitution for Traders Point, but he has really grown a lot in a lot of aspects.
Tobias Grant with the foul in is Devin Girton, a 6'2" senior forward. Uh-oh. No 20 white in the scorebook. That is a technical foul. We have him on our roster as Devin Girton, but he was not in the book, which is going to be a technical foul, what it should be. If you caught that in the crowd, Mike, you can hear that. There it is.
Number 20 was not in the scorebook. Results in the technical foul.
Oh, you can hear it. 20 is not in the scorebook as Coach Busick is trying to plead his case, but University will get free throws as Bracey is set to take them for the Trailblazers. Makes the first.
20 will be added to the scorebook. Everything will be fine from here on out.
Only the second scoring play for University in this first quarter.
And maybe this could be a lesson because they're getting their first free throw attempts, but they're as a technical foul. So maybe from here on out, you'll see them try to attack more and end up trying to go back to the free throw line.
It is technicals and the basketball, so this could be a huge swing here for the Trailblazers on the road. Jump pass Hogg in the corner. Couldn't pull the trigger. But again, this zone defense for Traders Point has really kind of caused havoc and not allowed the Trailblazers to do anything at the elbow, which they like to do. Oh, and Gray somehow found a way to bank it in.
Really good passing. I believe all five guys touching the basketball for University. It's always a good thing when you get the ball to the high post. That guy has some options. He was able to get it to Gray, and his quickness right when he catches the basketball, looking to make that first move.
And Simmons Little, who tried to block the shot of Gray earlier, threw it away there. We'll take a break here. 8-7 on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back at Traders Point as the Knights lead University 8-7 with a minute 31 to go here in this first quarter, as you see from the scoreboard clock there in the bottom right-hand corner. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Sean Kroll along with Jarrett Lewis. University with the basketball, trying to take their first lead of the night. As they trapped and they got the ball into Hogg. I'm surprised he didn't try and shoot it. He was so close. Hey, if you want to hear the other scores besides this game that you're watching, check out the sports page on IndianaSRN. Up to date with all the IHSAA news and more. College Pro, you've got it. Long three there, no good, but long rebound to Hogg. Check out it out at IndianaSRN.org or Troy at RadioTroy.com. Long rebounds again. Third opportunity for University, but now the ball's on the floor. It's a jump ball, and Coach Busick loves the defensive effort.
He probably doesn't love giving up offensive rebounds, but you're still able to close out the possession. You have the possession arrow. You love to see guys getting on the floor, being aggressive, and forcing the jump.
The arrow pointing towards Traders Point, so they'll get it here. As Tobias Grant will bring it down past the 10-second line. And he'll just take it straight to the hole. Go up and in. My goodness, he's got 6 here early in the game.
Grant does such a nice job of just getting around the guy, and it doesn't matter how his body is positioned or where he is at in relation to the goal. He always is able to put the right amount of English on it and get it off the backboard the right way to go in.
Looks like University's going to hold for one shot, and they probably will with 10 seconds to go here. Still, again, have not led yet in this basketball game. 10-7, Hogg for 3. Missed it. Got to get it up and in. Does it count? It does. From Bracey as he has 4 to end the quarter. It's a 1-point lead for Traders Point at the end of 1 on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at IndianaSRN, University down to Traders Point, 10-9 at the end of 1. Friendly reminder, this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. University will get the ball to start the second quarter. And what are you looking for from them here at the start of the second quarter, Jarrett, to kind of get over the hump and get the lead?
Well, there's a play that they started the game with where they set kind of an elevator screen up top, trying to get the guard to flash through. And they'll end up with a made shot. But going back to your question, I think just getting to that high post, getting into the lane, they've had success when they've been able to get paint touches, whether it's guard slipping in or just making the right pass. Getting it into the high post against the 2-3 zone is always a good thing.
Pierce took a seat there for a while at the end of the first quarter, back in. You see they went too early, but Oslowski got the rebound bucket, and University has their first lead of the basketball game. As Grant gets double teamed, splits it, tries to go in. Oh, somehow saves it, but it gets stolen by University, then right back it goes as Devin Girton, the jersey faux pas in the scorebook young man, gets it back down low to Corey. Nice, strong to the rack for the senior for 2.
That's the first time we've seen Corey look to score, and he's going up against Larry Pierce, who's a pretty big body, and we haven't called his name yet this afternoon. And the leading scorer for University, he just went right at him.
Oslowski on the blocks, kick it out for a 3 ball, and it is good from Bracey. What a nice job Bracey has done off the bench for the Trailblazers.
It's really that simple. They got it into the paint, and they're able to kick it out to a shooter in the corner, that time it being Bracey. The defense has to collapse on you, and it leaves shooters wide open outside.
Busick with the basketball now for Traders Point. And, watching some highlights of University, I've seen Pierce has been a force on the blocks, and he's even gone up and thrown it down a few times. Nice move by CSL, as he's lovingly known in this area for IndianaSRN, Cooper Simmons Little. Nice little spin move.
That was a beautiful spin move. I mean, just not expecting it was Pierce, and that's back-to-back times they've gone right at Pierce defensively.
And that might be why he sat the bench for a little bit, is his defensive play, and he throws it away as CSL steals it. Grant looking for space, gets his own space, and if he gets close to the rack tonight, he's scoring.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I mean, he is 100% when he is right around the rim. He's even taking contact, too. Not enough to call a foul, but just enough to make things difficult, and he's still able to finish.
Kind of Iverson-esque, if you will. Hogg checks back in, as does Amari Justice, and Pierce is taking a seat. Makes you wonder, the effort he's given on defense in that last offensive possession. If Coach Lafferman's like, son, take a seat and let's see what somebody else can do. Do coaches, is that something, it's for those that are, I don't want to say uneducated, but haven't played basketball, coaches do that. If they're not seen, even if it is their best player, they'll put them on the bench if they're not playing their role right.
And definitely, and I mean, this is a Traders Point. You can't overlook how Traders Point is going to play you tonight. I mean, you're beating them in a lot of numbers on paper, and you're beating them in height, and you're beating them in record. But if you don't try to beat them out in effort, you're not going to win any sort of basketball game.
That foul was on Jaden Corey, and going to the line to shoot 2 is Robert Russell, and he misses the first. He got 2 quick fouls in the first quarter and took a seat, but now he's back in as the point guard for University. And they're going to get a lane violation there on Amari Justice, so Russell will shoot the free throw again. I want to make sure and thank all our sponsors. You see the logos in the bottom left-hand corner for helping put kids on TV. If you'd like to do that, go to our webpage, IndianaSRN.org, and hit that donate button. And Russell makes the second, so that was a big lane violation there as they get the extra point, but Traders Point still in the lead. Steal. Hogg coming down. Stop. Tobias Grant, the little man, with the block, but they're going to get the foul on him. That is his second, as he went right at the 6-foot Seth Hogg there on the blocks.
Another good thing about the camera being so low to the floor, so close to the action, you saw a good explanation from the referee of what exactly Grant did. He said he went straight up, but as they went down, kind of during the shot, he gave him a push. That's what we got from the referee right there in front of us. So Grant thought he got all ball, and unfortunately for Traders Point.
Oh, great job by Hogg there as he missed the second, but snuck in and got a steal. However, Jeffrey couldn't convert on the blocks, and now we've got some pressure defense from University. Long three from Grant. Oh, my goodness, he's feeling it tonight. I have him for 11 so far in the first half.
First time we've seen him put a shot up, a full shot motion.
Yeah, not just a layup.
His previous 8 points were all going to the rack. He can shoot it too, fellas.
And he can rebound as well as he grabs that missed shot. And Grant has been everywhere. Speaking of, that's when he could not convert. And great defense on the fast break, and they're going to get a reach-in foul there, I believe, on Oslowski.
Yeah, Justice was the one that got the first steal. Here's the three from Grant. And pretty evenly matched up with Robert Russell in size. And those two have been guarding each other most of the night. But you give up a turnover, and then Justice with a great rebound, able to steal it right back.
Xavier Gibson now has the basketball. He's a 5'6" senior, played football as well. Justice, Gibson, Corey, Girton, and Grant on the floor for the Knights. We got Gray, Hogg, Steven Scott in for them as well. And you've got Oslowski is another 3 balls, no good. And Russell in for University.
It's not a very good position from Traders Point. I mean, they stayed patient, they moved the ball around, but at that point, you wait so long, you want to look for an opening. You want to move the ball around even more and just look for that space, find it and attack it. Don't settle for a contested shot.
Skip pass across, but again, great help defense there. There's the pass to the free throw line. Oslowski can't get a shot off thanks to Corey. This matchup zone has been tough as Hogg, though, as I say that, hits his second 3 of the night right over it. They're really kind of compacting in and not allowing them to get underneath.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's been Oslowski at the free throw line, and there's everybody in the stands standing up and looking for a call as this pass is thrown away. But going back to the shot, I mean, Hogg, yeah, right there. When you have a guy that's catch and shoot like that, I mean, that's exactly what you want. That is money every single time because you move the ball quickly like that, and with a guy like Hogg, I mean, you feel confident every time he touches the basketball.
Tip there as they're trying to get it to Hogg. That last possession for Traders Point, a little bit too much heat on that fastball to Corey.
But Oslowski, you see him, 14. He's running from elbow to elbow at the free throw line. Here's another look for Hogg. And University, what they want to do is try to get Oslowski a touch because then the defense, like you said, they kind of compact right into that lane, and then everybody outside is open. And with Hogg and his catch-and-shoot ability, that's really good.
That foul is on Hogg as they trapped after he missed the three-point shot, and it is his first. Jackson Wilhite checks in for Traders Point, a 6'1" senior. He's also been in the program for quite a few years. Breaking the press, Girton comes down, and he's going to get a foul on Steven Scott. They're refuting that, saying he got all ball, but the referee said, no, sir, you did not.
More size coming in for University with Scott on the floor. You see him down low, 22. And when he's out there, Oslowski, Pierce, those 3 guys have really, they have the size advantage, although there hasn't been very many points tried to be scored by those guys down low.
Speaking of Pierce, he checks back in. We haven't seen much of him tonight again as he hasn't done much. Checked in for Jeffrey. IHSAA Foundation, catch up on what's going on with the IHSAA Foundation. Subscribe to our newsletter, The Advocate. Email us at ihsaafoundation.org as Girton makes the second of 2. And it's a 2-point lead again for the Knights. Lafferman has a pretty good rotation going. He's got lots of guys coming in and coming out. Not a ton for Traders Point. As they double-teamed Pierce, but this time they got the foul.
I think that's pretty good coaching from Busick, recognizing just how inactive Pierce has really been, and when he's gotten the basketball, throw that double team at him. Who knows? You can get some turnovers out of that.
And Pierce, I think, has been frustrated by that as he gets the rebound, and it was blocked by Cooper Simmons Little, but they're going to say he got him with the body, and Pierce will go shoot 2.
Not a popular call for a lot of people in the gymnasium, including Coach Busick.
Well, you should have been at HSE last night if you think that's the case.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that one.
Uh-huh. Pierce makes the first, and that, I believe, is his first point of the evening.
It is, yep.
Gotta love the rivalry games. Makes both. And we're tied.
And you immediately heard a diamond call out from the side of University, bringing more pressure.
Great job there, though, breaking the press to get it to the middle of the court. That's what you want to do when they do press like that, is get it to the middle of the court so you can see what's going on. that's one of the few times, again, Grant hasn't been able to convert as Hogg gets a close look. Can't knock it down, but on that pressure, you want to get that ball to the middle of the court to give you options coming down.
Yeah, down the sideline, that's a perfect opportunity to see a trap come from University, and they're going to use the sideline to their advantage and try to trap you from all around.
Simmons Little thought about posting up. Nice move by Busick. Little dish under to Cooper Simmons Little. Can't convert, but they're going to get 2 foul shots out of it.
And a really good roll from Cooper Simmons Little as well. University has been looking to trap the guy with the ball. Whenever they do the dribble handoffs, the guy who is guarding the guy who's about to hand it off, he's looking to set a trap, to get 2 guys on one. But Cooper Simmons Little, great recognition to roll, and then even better by Busick to dish it down to him.
And another thing, too, is knowing the defender was trailing behind him, he used the rim as another defender going up and under to try and get the and one.
Yeah, well, got to make your free throws, though.
Yes, you do.
So far, this is just the third and fourth free throw attempt from Traders Point.
And he missed both. I have to admit, I was watching a game the other night, and I don't know who it was. I think it was college. It was a 2-on-1 fast break, and the offensive team, instead of taking 2 guys down the lane and dishing off, one guy trailed off into the corner and then ended up being one-on-one, and they didn't score. Oh, and then a block right there from Simmons Little again on Jeffrey. But that is the state of the game today. I think it was an NBA game.
That's not going to get the job done.
No, everybody seems to want to shoot the 3, but as we saw in that last possession, and we got a 5-second call here on Busick, there's a lot you can do inside the lane, even against a tall team like University. Traders Point's doing a lot of stuff down low to get buckets.
Yeah, they sure are, and it's mostly been the smaller guys. It's mostly been Grant and Cooper Simmons Little.
Nice move to split the double team there by Gray, and he gets his second bucket of the game.
That's pretty easy. I mean, Gray had a wide open lane. That's the third time we've seen that play, too, where they bring 2 guys up top and run a screen to try to set a lane for Gray to run through.
As we get down to the end of the half here, they pressured to try and get a turnover, and it's going to be the bonus now on Hogg. That is his third. That's a big foul, and it'll be a bonus for Traders Point.
It is, with just 12 seconds left. That's just an awful foul for them to pick up. Sports management careers are booming when you're managing the business side of sports. You're always a major player in the game. Our graduates work in crucial and demanding positions at sports organizations and venues, managing arenas and stadiums. Contact us at iupui.edu/sportsmanagement. IUPUI Sports Management.
Missed the free throw. Now 1 shot left for University to end the half, and they better get it off quick. Long 3. Got it at the buzzer, does Bracey. Great job for him off the bench as he has 10, and University takes a 5-point lead to halftime. What a turnaround there. Missed free throws at one end and a long 3 at the other, and you get a 3-point swing there.
Didn't think he recognized what the time was at, and still Bracey able to get a shot off. It was high up in the air, and he gets to go down, and rightfully so. You celebrate a little bit. This is the largest lead of the game, I believe. 5 points for University.
We'll come back. It is halftime here. University leads Traders Point by 5 on IndianaSRN.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I've seen mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
faster. How about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear.
Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo!
You saying I did?
Yeah!
Traders Point Christian School is ready to launch a really exciting educational model in our high school that'll affect the school all the way down to our preschool. So we're going to initiate a program called Schools Within a School. Traders Point Christian Schools as a whole offers traditional academic courses to all of our students. Courses like science, English, math, and history. But our Schools Within Schools is going to offer a really unique opportunity to students who want to broaden their perspective, broaden their opportunities in high school. We're going to give students the opportunity to focus their education on things that they're passionate about, things that really motivate them, things that they think they might want to do as a career beyond high school. There's 4 different tracks. One track is the School of Applied Sciences, and that might be for the student who plans to go straight from high school to a career. And then there's the School of Fine Arts. That's that right-brained creative person. And then there's the School of Leadership, the student who wants to be an entrepreneur, a business leader. And then the School of Biomedical Sciences, that student who wants to go on to some field of medical practitioner. So they might want to be a nurse, a doctor, a dentist, or a variety of fields within biomedical sciences. So in my 30 years of Christian education, I've not seen an opportunity like this. It doesn't exist anywhere else in Indianapolis. So give your students this opportunity. Check us out. The time is now.
Well, students at Traders Point Christian Schools are taking a new robotics course thanks to IHSAA Technology Partners. It's actually part of a new multi-year student STEM program that integrates into Traders Point's Schools Within a School model.
Well, preschool through high school, 18 months to 18 years. We've been around for 40 plus years as a preschool, early childhood center and developed over time. This is our 10th, 11th year as a high school. And we have just moved into our only high school building we've ever had 3 years ago. Part of that is launching 4 schools within a school. The School of Biomedicine, the School of Leadership, the School of Fine Arts, and the School of Applied Sciences, which is where this partnership comes into play. The School of Applied Sciences is our way of providing our students with project-based learning, real life examples of things that they can do in the workforce to prepare themselves for the next step.
Yep. Roger, from IHSAA Technology Partners standpoint, talk about how this partnership really came together.
Yeah, it really came together at the Indy 500 last year. We invited Ryan and a couple of his colleagues out for the race, and we got talking about what they were doing with the school. So Ryan was telling us what he was doing, and I was really interested in it because, you know, my entire career I've focused on helping kids and, you know, helping people achieve the dreams that they want, you know, through their career. And I thought this was a good way for us to get involved and help kids, you know, be able to go down a technology path and not have to leave Indianapolis. We're really focused on training our employees and giving them the skills they need to be successful. So we want to do the same thing with these kids. We want to bring them in, give them a path. They can either take a Microsoft Cloud certification path or a Cisco engineering certification path. And, you know, that year that they're with us, they will get certified in that path, and they'll have job-ready skills from that. They could go to work immediately.
Yeah. So Ryan, this is, and we look at from the student perspective, these are really hands-on experiences. I know internships are part of this as well. So whether they want to go on to college, go straight into the workforce, or some combination, these students will have that ability.
I think what's attractive to us is that this is a rare opportunity for them. Oftentimes in schools, they're aligned with universities and higher education, which is great, and we are too. But the opportunity to work with someone in the workforce in our community that's doing innovative things. And then, you know, to align our missions as well, to where we can focus on soft skills like character development and communication and creative thinking, problem solving. So it's just a win-win for us, and we jumped at the chance.
The thing that I love about Traders Point is that they make learning fun, and my kids love going to school here.
Children know that they're loved and that they're safe, and that this is a good, healthy place for them to be, and they can learn in a safe environment.
Everybody cares about your feelings and how you want to be treated, and God is always with you no matter what is happening in your life.
We got our kids started at age 2, and they've been there all the way through. Our oldest is now 20, so we've seen it through every step of the way and loved it.
Our lower school program here at Traders Point Christian Schools really has 4 distinctives. The Christian worldview, we have STEM as an initiative, and we also have outdoor and environmental education. Perhaps most importantly at Traders Point, your children are part of a family. Not only are they excited and engaged about their learning, but every day they are loved, they are taught well, they are nurtured in Christ, and I can't think of a better gift that a parent could give a child.
We love that our kids will have that environment here and that it's safe and loving, and the teachers are welcoming them with open arms and a smile on their face.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
We are back from Whitestown, Indiana. Don't forget, Jarrett, 24/7 Christmas music on IndianaSRN.org. No commercials. How about that?
24/7, you say?
Like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So when you're staying up till 3 a.m. like every night, like I know you do, you can listen to Christmas music.
Although I was last night, but
I'm sorry.
It's only because I didn't get home till 2 a.m. because I had to go see Spider-Man.
Oh, how was that?
It was excellent.
I haven't seen it yet.
No
I got
spoilers.
to.
Hashtag no spoilers. We are here at the half as University leads Traders Point 26-21. We'll give you some stats here in a second, but give me your thoughts, Jared, on the first half. A couple of things from each squad and what they've done well and what they can improve on here in the second half.
Well, first for Traders Point, Tobias Grant, he's leading them in scoring. A quick number for you. He's got 11 points, and a lot of that attacking the basket. So look to see him do that a lot. And for University, I guess, try to prevent him from playing inside the three-point line. So, make sure you're playing good stand-up defense with him. Don't let him beat you off the dribble. But also for Traders Point, try to get some more guys involved. It's a big drop-off from Grant until their next leading scorer. A lot of guys with 2 points. In fact, that's everybody else that has scored. They just have added 2 points to the team. So try to get some other guys involved. If you're a guy like Grant, you can look to drive and then possibly try to kick it out to some of your shooters outside. For University, they've done a decent job of trying to breaking down this 2-3 zone that Traders Point has presented them. They've gotten a good amount of high post touches, and Kami Bracey and Seth Hogg have been guys to watch out for shooting the 3 ball.
And first notice here, Hogg's on the bench because he's got 3 fouls, but so is Pierce. To start the second half, Justice loses the ball as he goes up on the blocks to start this second half. Tobias Grant has the basketball, and he leads Traders Point in scoring with 11. Everybody else in the scorebook has 2 points for the Knights. He's definitely going to be a key of emphasis in the second half for University. Busick doing a nice job there, kicks it out to Grant. On the other side, Bracey, who starts the second half, 3 by Busick, is good to start the second half. Bracey's leading University with 10 points. Hogg has 7. And Gray has 4, but Pierce only has 2, and he's riding the pine to start half number 2.
Now, there's a real good example of what we just talked about. There's going to be so much attention towards Grant whenever he has the basketball. So he sees the defense collapse on him, dumps it outside to Busick for the 3.
Nice passing in the lane between Jeffrey and Oslowski trying to get the 3 ball, and they get it in the corner from guess who? Bracey.
That's his 3rd one tonight. He's got 13 points. Starting to catch fire is Bracey.
And you see why Coach Lafferman started the second half with him on the floor. as they break the trap and get a good look. Oh, down low, but blocked by Oslowski.
That was a huge rejection. Oslowski timed it perfectly, read it the whole way. Nothing you can do about that one if you're Traders Point.
Didn't know somebody called the SWAT team, but they showed up there as now Oslowski goes over the back and he'll get the foul.
3 in the corner. Defense is late getting to Bracey. He's made 3 of those.
That was on Oslowski. It's his second. Is full court pressure now from University with a 5-point lead. They trapped Justice and almost threw it away, but luckily for them, Gray touched it and stays with Traders Point.
So what University did there, Jeffrey is guarding Simmons Little, and he was the other guard that was playing up. But Jeffrey is waiting for the right time. He's waiting until Traders Point crosses the mid-court line, and he's going to go over and double-team him. He's going to jump is what they usually call it defensively. You're going to go jump him. So good defense there trying to force a turnover.
And that's Bracey again. He's been a catalyst for the Trailblazers tonight as Justice kicks it out to Grant. They've really tried to deny him entry into the lane, which wreaked havoc in the first half. He's looking over to the sideline to Coach Busick. It's like, take over, son. Nice kick down to Simmons Little, double pumped, got his own rebound, kicked out, and now you've got numbers for University up and in for Bryce Gray. A little run here now, as it's a 7-point lead, largest lead of the night.
Now you can you can feel a lot of energy moving towards the side of the Trailblazers, although Grant just takes it right back.
There he goes. He found that seam and went right straight for it.
It doesn't have to be a pretty big seam. Grant's going to slip right into it. Well, his finishing ability is something fun to watch.
It is. As they get it down, Oslowski, nice look. Great ball movement by University. And oh, nice job on the boards by Jeffrey to get his first bucket on the night.
Nobody boxed out Jeffrey. Good extra pass over to Bracey, although you missed the shot. Traders Point falling apart on the defensive end there, didn't box out.
And they're going to get a travel there on that time as he lost his body control. Here's the 3. Now watch. Nobody boxes out Jeffrey. He's got an open look. That one's on Grant. You got to find that guy first, whether it's with your hands or your body, to block him out and not look straight at the basketball.
Yeah, Grant and Justice were both down there. Both got caught ball watching, but Justice makes up for it with that steal.
Speaking of ball watching, he wasn't paying attention, and back from behind, he got stripped. And that's going to be on Bracey. That'll be his first. It's an interesting ball game. Different than what I expected coming into it.
Well, both teams started out kind of slow. It was even up for the first 16 minutes of play, but University has had the best start to any quarter.
Long 3, no good, but I think it was off of University. Or are they going to call a foul?
I think they got a foul called in there.
I think they did. I think it's on Simmons Little. Oh, no, Jaden Corey, his second on the rebound. Great ball movement to get the open look. It just wasn't the shot they wanted. It didn't go down. So now they need their defense to step up. It played really well in the first half, but they needed to step up big time here. It's nice ball movement again. The best coaches make the best adjustments.
That was a really good pass by Bracey, and there wasn't any look for Oslowski, I believe, was the one down there on the block. He didn't have a good look to go up with it, so you kick it back out and you try it again.
And they just get it to Oslowski at the elbow, and he knocks it down. And he's got 4. And this pressure, I think, the full court pressure, has really kind of caused some issues. Oh, that was almost ugly. But Simmons Little will shoot 2. I think Traders Point's used to having the ball in Grant's hands, and when they can't get it to him and they're pressured down the court, they've kind of stumbled a little bit.
Yeah, it might put them out of sorts, and we just saw a little bit of that right there. And this is now dangerous territory because if University is able to take Grant nearly completely out of the ball game and you're down 9, it's going to be a tough road ahead to try and claw back into it.
And you can see Hogg is getting ready to check back in for University as well. He's been the big three-point shooter for them as Pierce is coming in too. Multiple substitutions. Scott as well. Simmons Little makes the first. He has 3 on the evening. They have to keep it close as he misses the second, and Pierce comes down with the rebound.
Ooh.
Oh, and that was close.
You saw a lot of oohs in the crowd.
Oohs and ahs there. With the way University has been able to get the ball, more open looks there in the lane like that, I think this is where Pierce takes over as he gets an easy bucket on the dish from Hogg.
Oh, great pass from Hogg. Really thread the needle. Just a couple of inches away if you're Traders Point from a steal.
And an errant pass will get it back to University as they kick it into the corner. Nice dish from Hogg to Scott. Problem there, he dribbled.
That's exactly right. That's a good point because that's a great drive by Pierce, and he has no other option but to dump it down. And that's or if you have a guy in the corner as you're driving baseline, you could try to get it to him. But a great dump down to Scott that time, and he put it on the floor. I think if he catches and puts it straight up, that's going to be a good shot.
Justice with the foul. We'll take a break and be back on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
We're back here in Whitestown as it's 10-point lead for University. Want to shout out one of our sponsors, the Morales Group. We can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate for your company. We do so much more than that. Let us help you today. Contact Morales Group 317-472-7600. University with the basketball. Down on the blocks to Pierce. Just works right around. Can't get the left hand to go, but Scott there with the left hand, and he scores.
For the first time.
He is in the books now. And still, they pick up the man pressure.
Scott becomes the 8th different scorer for University.
Want to shout out Mr. Football, Brady Allen of Gibson Southern. He got that award, was given to him on Friday, so congratulations to him, state champion.
Future Purdue quarterback.
Yes. Oh, thought about the three, but got it down low to Corey for the easy bucket.
Luckily, that one bounced in favor of Traders Point. It was pretty good defense. It just went into Corey's hands.
I think Mr. Basketball is going to be really interesting this year. Nice three from guess who? It is the man again, Bracey. And my goodness, he's got 4 on the evening so far and 16 points.
12 of his 16 have come from downtown. It's just all about when you find space and you dribble into it, the defense has to come to you or else you're going to get a shot off. So, I mean, they have no choice, and you kick it out. You can't leave a guy like Bracey open, though. I mean, that's just really good offense, really good recognition, and vision from the guards of University, able to find Bracey for another knockdown three.
I think it's been the defense of University that's really made the difference in this quarter, because if you look at it, only 2, 4, 6, 9 points so far for Traders Point in this quarter, but 16 for University has been a huge difference in this game. And I think it's been the full court pressure and not being able to get the ball inbounds to Grant to lead him down the floor.
Yeah, Grant, I was just thinking about him, hasn't had a whole lot of touches. It's just they've really picked up the defense on him. And like we said a little while ago, if you take him out of the game completely, you're sitting real pretty.
And there he tried to do a little bit too much, got caught up in that trap, and it's a turnover as Pierce snags it. And we're teetering on a danger zone right here. Back and forth between Scott and Bracy. But they're going to take their time. Nice give and go. Pierce can't get it to fall down, but Scott with the board. And a three in the corner from the man again. Bracy, 9 in the quarter, 19 for the night.
His 5th made three. He's made it look so easy. And he hasn't put up a lot of three-point attempts, too. His percentage is tremendous. So whenever he has shot the basketball, most of the time it's going in. He's not taking wild shots. He's not taking anything forced. It's all good ball movement.
And he just made a mistake by getting a foul, his 2nd foul in the night, that stays with Traders Point, as they've done a really good job of taking Grant out of the game, and nobody's been able to really step up in terms of Traders Point to score. The clock did not start, so they reset it to 1:12. Maybe they're busy watching the Colts game on their phone.
They might be. Priorities, man.
Lot going on tonight in the city.
Yeah, the Crossroads Classic with IU, Purdue, Butler, and Notre Dame at Gamebridge.
Now that went off of Seth Hogg. It'll stay with Traders Point. We got the national championship coming up here. And beginning of the new year in the town. Lots of stuff going on. High school basketball.
Yeah, not just Indiana, but just the full sports schedule. The first real slate of bowl games began today. I believe 6 or 7 of them.
Grant was out of control there. Nice hustle by Pierce. But CSL got it back. Nice dish to Girton, up and under. He'll shoot 2. We'll see who they called that foul on.
And well done by Girton. As University is trying to get back to their spot and recover defensively, you're looking to attack. You have the numbers. Nice job by Girton attacking the rim.
That foul's on Hogg, I believe, which would be his 4th. As Girton misses the first. He's 2 of 4 from the line from the night. As Oslowski and Russell check back in to go with Scott, Pierce, and Bracy. That is Hogg's 4th. As he makes the 2nd, does Girton. He's got 3 on the evening. One bad thing about the camera being so close to the court is you get the coach's head in the way sometimes.
We have some pros and we have some cons. It's all about balance.
Oh, nice look inside to Pierce for the and 1.
Pierce is really starting to become a factor. When he doesn't have the basketball, he's making great cuts. He's setting up guys with screens. And that time, again, being involved and able to finish. Taking the contact, but still being able to finish.
And that is, that was a missed foul shot there by Pierce. But, a much better job after halftime of being able to get the ball in the blocks for University. As we're coming up on 20 seconds left here at the end of the third. Want to make sure and shout out Piper Logistics as Grant with the jumper doesn't go in. Scott with the board. Logistics was founded in 2002 with the encouragement and financial support of a spirited customer who helped Greg and Tim as Oslowski can't get the ball to go, but will get free throws with 1.9 seconds to go. I felt a little bit like Tom Brenneman there. To Greg and Tim develop their vision. If you need something transported, contact Piper Logistics, 317-395-1023. And as we're watching this game, the officials are doing a good job. If you want to be an IHSAA official, contact Sandra Walter at ihsaa.org/officials as Oslowski makes the first. Get involved with the men and women behind the stripes, and a great way to stay in shape and be part of the game. Missed the second, and long shot by Girton is no good. And at the end of 3, 18-point lead for University on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Fourth quarter starting here in Whitestown, Indiana. University leads Traders Point 48-30, and a 22-9 quarter will do that for you, Jarrett.
Yeah, I mean, a really good message probably in the locker room from University, and just starting out this third quarter tremendously and really taking Grant out of the game, forcing some turnovers, and the ball movement has just gotten better and better each quarter, it seems like. Going against this 2-3 zone, University knows how to attack it, and they show why they've owned this series the past couple of years with Traders Point.
Yeah, 5-1 over the past 15 years, and Bracey has been fantastic for the Trailblazers tonight with 19 as he gets it down on the blocks, and Oslowski loses it. Justice coming down, up over Pierce, no good, gets his own board and gets it blocked, and then a bunch of opportunities down low, can't get it to go. Pierce steals it, but great job by Grant to throw it off of him to keep it with Traders Point. You're Coach Busick. You're down 18 starting the fourth quarter. What is it you want to see from your team in these last 8 minutes?
A lot more attacking. It's just the presence, though, you saw at that time of Oslowski was really good in the lane. So, I mean, it's going to be tough, but go ahead, keep on attacking. And the worst-case scenario maybe is you draw a foul and you stop the clock, you get some free throws. There hasn't been very many free throws shot in this game from Traders Point. It looks like just 7 or 8 all night.
Great look to the post-up of the big man Corey on the post to get a bucket. Nice look there from Busick. You can tell that's a coach's son play right there.
And that's the thing, too, is get quick buckets, and now you got to work defensively.
Now, on the other hand, with that big lead, what do you do if you're University besides get it to Corey? He missed that three, almost stole it as well.
You'll take wide open looks like that from Bracey. He's been hitting them as Grant. There you go. You get a stop, and you get a quick bucket from Grant. That is what he is so good at, is creating his own fast breaks and using his speed to create offense.
We'll take a break. You're watching IndianaSRN.
You want a career that fuels your passion for sports and physical activity. IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences offers that and more. You'll have insider access to sports, fitness, and exercise science professionals and learn from faculty with years of industry experience. And with Indy as your classroom, you'll study next to world-class sports facilities, Olympic governing bodies, the NCAA, and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sports industry career. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Back here at Whitestown, it is University 48, Traders Point 34. Traders Point with the basketball. Thank you for joining us on IndianaSRN. Don't forget this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association for the private use of our audience. The use of pictures, Videos and audio without the express written consent of the IHSAA is strictly forbidden. As the university breaks the full court press, Coach Busick trying to get something as a spark to cut into this 14-point lead.
And it's a really good start so far to the fourth quarter. They've gotten 2 quick buckets, and they've gotten stops defensively. Now you're going to see the defense start to really get in your grill, pick things up a little bit more.
Only 6 minutes, though, but stranger things have happened. That's why we play the games. Nice look to Oslowski down low for the bucket. Or was that Jeffrey? That was Jeffrey. Apologies. We'll blame that on the coach's head.
Jeffrey's had a quiet game, but the times he's been out there, it's just, quality minutes. It's all about effort, and the effort from University with their 5 guys out there has been a huge difference.
Quick shot by Grant did not go down, and if you're Coach Lafferman, all you want right now from your team is to rebound and play defense.
There he is again.
Yeah, Jeffrey again. He's got 6 all in the second half. And it's back to an 18-point lead. I was at a game last night where the home team was down 9 with a minute 45 to go and took it to double overtime. So stranger things, like we said, have happened. Grant trying to do something there, and Hogg just fouled out, I believe. That is the case. Hogg with his 5th. He'll finish the night with 7. None in the second half. Couple of trays on the evening.
That's kind of surprising, although they haven't really needed him. He had 7 great points in the first half, 2 made threes, and sat out most of the third quarter too. A little more than half of the third quarter he started on the bench.
So you got Busick, Grant, Corey, Simmons, Little on the floor, as it looks like we're going to get Wilhite and Girton to check in. And Justice is on the floor as well. So Corey will take a seat, and Simmons, Little will take a seat.
First free throw attempt tonight from Tobias Grant. With how much he's attacked the rim, it's really surprising.
And he missed both. Still an 18-point lead with 5 minutes to go. And University is in no rush offensively as they get trapped in the corner. And sometimes I think this can be difficult on the offensive end, is you're used to running certain sets, but you want to kind of pare it down some because you have such a big lead. But Oslowski with the bucket there, and you can kind of fall out of rhythm.
Yeah, you sure can. It's just, really impressed with that last possession. Oslowski is such a, he's been really impressive. He's been working the block. He's been working the high post at the free throw line, and you love that as a coach, having him being able to step out like that and knock down mid-range jumpers.
Busick. I haven't called his name a ton tonight. He's got 5. They need to get quicker shots here if they want any chance of coming back in this game, as they're down 20. But again, learning experience, 1A versus 2A. As Grant spin move up and under and gets it to go. He has been impressive tonight. I have him for 17.
He's so crafty. I think that's the word for him. He involves a lot of different things. His speed, speed and quickness are kind of 2 different things. When he's getting the basketball, he's really quick and good at making that first move. And just the ball handling is spectacular. You add on the shooting. You add on the ability to finish at the rim and take contact. He's just an all-around great player.
Amari Justice with the foul there. That'll be his 3rd. Not quite in the bonus yet. Simmons, Little, and Corey back on the floor. We get our first look at Xavier, second look at Xavier Gibson. Right there in front of us, number 4. Pierce back in for University as well. Again, a lot of guys in the rotation for University. Nice job driving there by Gray. Tried to get it to Pierce, but it got kicked by Traders Point. For those of you that don't know, if you kick it on purpose, they blow the whistle.
I mean, sometimes if you kick it on accident,
yeah,
they'll blow the whistle.
That is true too.
I've always thought about that. You accidentally kick a ball, and is that supposed to get called? I mean, if you actually kick it, but if it hits you like around the shin or around the
foot
knee,
sometimes,
below the knee, I mean that's always like, really?
I think it's got to be one where it's standing still. If you dribble it off your own foot, you're not going to get called for that. It'll just turn it over, and I think they're going to call it double dribble there.
Nope, timeout.
Timeout, University. Teaching moment here. Let's talk a little bit about Bertner Electric. They've been serving the Indianapolis area since 1986. They are family owned and operated. They take pride in customer service and putting the customers first, fully licensed and insured. They offer 24-hour emergency service. No job is too small. Call us today for all your electrical needs, 317-773-7663. 317-773-7663. And don't forget to check out the sports page. I know you check it every day, don't you?
I sure do.
Yeah, Troy Darengowski does a great job with that. Check it out, IndianaSRN.org, or email radiotroy.com, or sports page, the number 4 on Twitter. Follow our Twitter, too.
Yeah.
At IndianaSRN.
We're over 2,000 followers on Twitter now.
How about that?
We have been for a little bit, but we're still growing, getting that number up.
I'm kind of disappointed because they passed me in
followers. Oh, right, yeah. You do have a lot. You're famous.
Well, I wouldn't go that far, but... Passing here from University as the defense is picked up for Traders Point, and they're going to call a travel. That's interesting. And the coaches for University are like,
what?
Each of the team had their hands on the ball. How's that a travel? But hey, officials are human too, and if you want to be an official, contact Sandra Walter at the IHSAA office. These kids deserve good officials to be on the floor and have plenty of them to have available to work games.
We've had really good officials tonight, I think. The game's been going smooth and hasn't been too many fouls called. The first half was exactly like this, too. I mean, nobody got into the bonus until late into the second and fourth quarters.
Yeah, there are some games you go to where it is, we just now are getting into the bonus as that foul is on Pierce, but you get in the bonus so early in the second half and there's no flow in any game at all because there's so many whistles going on, and it's a tough job. It's thankless, that's for sure, because if the coach isn't yelling at you, the parents are, and Grant makes the first. But they love sports and they love to be involved, so kudos to them. We have a couple of former officials on staff here.
Yeah, that Keith guy. I had to do a game with him earlier. He's
I'm sorry.
Former official.
Oh, so was our producer, Jerry Collins.
That's right.
Timeout, Traders Point, as he makes both. I guess we're going to look here to see if it's a full or a 30-second.
Appears to be just a 30.
As we get moving. Hey, stay tuned for the Connor Insurance post-game show. We'll have a couple awards to hand out, some stats, our schedule coming up is it's going to be interesting. We got to start thinking about some of those awards too.
We sure do.
I think we might have one that's both tonight, just as a little teaser there.
That could
be a teaser.
And that's happened before, actually. I did a game with the coach, and we had a 6-man end up being player of the game in a Bishop Chittard team game.
I had them against Bossy last week, and boy, they were impressive.
Their defense is stout. I mean, it is hard to get through. It is hard to just score on anywhere. Their on-ball defense is great. Their help side is tremendous.
And A.J. Roseman can put the ball in the bucket. 2:25 to go, some full court pressure, but up and in by Gray as he now has 8 for University.
2 in each quarter also.
Boy, that's impressive. Did you do
that's
that on
always
purpose?
a cool. Yeah, that's always a cool little thing to try to do.
There you go.
I'll get 2 points. I'll be good for just 1 bucket each quarter.
Something that I've actually done before, not knowing that I did it, but when you bowl in a league, you bowl 3 games, and if you bowl the same score all 3 games, it's called a triplicate.
I just learned something new today.
I have done that twice, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
it's pretty. You're like, wait a minute, what did I do?
What's your best game?
Oh, see, you don't want to go there.
All right.
I got lucky one game.
Did you break 100?
I bowled a 286.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Big numbers here.
I did. It was it was ridiculous. It was all luck. I really, honestly, we were getting beat so bad that I wasn't really paying attention. I was just throwing the ball. And then I had 10 strikes in a row, and I look, and the whole bowling alley was looking at me, and I choked.
Okay,
right.
Right.
No, I'm serious. I did.
You're just on your phone while you're bowling?
No. My best friend has bowled a couple of 300 games, so
very cool.
Kudos to him.
Okay.
56-38, and we're talking about bowling. Speaking of bowling, it's college bowl season.
That's right.
Rack and the boards is Traders Point, not so much. University getting the ball, and they're going to shoot free throws here as Pierce gets fouled. I was all over the place there. I don't know what I was doing. Had me all messed up, but I see bowling. And
we started with bowling.
I know.
And working our way back.
My mind is, just in case you're curious, my mind is not on the Colts game because I'm a Chicago Bears fan.
Yeah.
It's not going so well this year. We don't get Monday night to ourselves this week,
Okay,
though.
what's up with back-to-back primetime games? I don't understand that.
Well,
how exactly do the Chicago Bears of all teams get back-to-back primetime games?
Well,
explain that one.
Well, they didn't get flexed out last week because, Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth wanted to have their love fest with Aaron Rodgers, so they kept that one on. And it was already
MVP of the league right
there. It was already in Monday night game as that shot is missed. I don't know. I think Brady's going to end up winning it. I really do.
I think those two, those two are in the top three.
But I think they actually, of the Bears' primetimes games, they put most of them in the second half of the season because I think they believe Justin Fields will be playing by then. And, of course, he is, but the rest of the team stinks.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm sorry.
They're playing Minnesota, and, Minnesota's been really weird this year. But with all the stuff going on with the protocols, like, we've got games
Tuesday,
tonight, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, there's lots of
football. 2 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday.
Is there one on Wednesday?
I don't think so, but I think from tonight until next Thursday, which is 10 days or something.
Right.
I think I saw a stat where there's going to be 7 or 8 games in the next 10 days of the week.
I did see a funny tweet today that said COVID has worked its way into the wild card playoff race.
Nice.
Trying to get in.
We love that.
Yeah, it's not so much fun. Oh, Cooper Simmons Little thought he knew what he wanted to do there, but couldn't quite get it to go as there's 30 seconds left here in this game and a 20-point lead for University. University will go to 5-2 on the season. Their next game is against Seton Catholic on the 20th. Traders Point will fall to 2-3 on the year. Their next game is the 20th as well against Horizon Christian, which I believe will be on IndianaSRN as Cooper Simmons Little with the bucket there.
Props to University for bouncing back from their loss last night. It's always tough playing a double weekend. You're playing Friday and Saturday, and you're playing a really good Brebeuf team in a really good conference. Props to them for being able to bounce back as they get one final bucket before the buzzer.
That is by Facey, Eli Facey, a sophomore. And there's your final, 60-40, a 20-point game for University. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the Connor Insurance postgame show on IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter @IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now @IndianaSRN.
It is the Connor Insurance postgame show here on IndianaSRN as University defeats Traders Point by 20. Hey, our schedule for the upcoming week Traders Point will be back on the airwaves Monday against Horizon Christian at 7:30, and that is boys varsity basketball. On Tuesday, we have one lone game. That is Guerin Catholic boys at Lapel at 7:30. Both of those are webcasts. Please join us for those. Then I think we have a little bit of a break until January 4th, so everyone can be with their family for the holidays.
Yes, a much-deserved break. I don't know about you. Well, I do know about you. You're very much looking forward to that break. Indeed.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with the stats, our player of the game, and the sixth man of the game right here on IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
We are back here. It's the Connor Insurance post-game show on IndianaSRN. Your final score 60-40 University. Let's go over some stats. For University, leading them with 19 is Kamai Bracey. Gray had 8. Jeffrey had 6. Russell with 1. Oslowski 7. Pierce 8. And Hogg 7 for a total of 60 for your Traders Point Knights. Girton had 3. Corey had 6. Justice had 2. Busick had 5. Simmons Little had 5. And leading them was Grant with 19 for a grand total of 40. That brings us to our player of the game and our sixth man of the game, and I think that actually might be the same player, Jarrett.
It just might, and we would most definitely, I think, give it over to Tobias Grant, who had a tremendous game for Traders Point, had nearly half their points, 19 of their 40. But we will award it to Kamai Bracey, who, coming off the bench, I mean, here's a guy that could definitely start in this lineup for University. He finishes the game with 19 points, and he had 5 made threes, Sean. So how about 15 of your 19 coming from downtown? And also coming off the bench, so he gets the sixth-man award. He's double-dipping tonight. Very impressive game from Bracey. Just the ball movement, I think he can award all of his points from his teammates, because a lot of their points tonight came off assists. It was just great ball movement, getting it to the high post, and then you find your shooters like Bracey, and they're knocking down threes.
Well, he kind of held them together when they were down early in the first half, and Pierce wasn't doing much on the offensive end for them. Hogg hit a couple of threes, but Bracey was really kind of the glue for them that kind of kept them in the game with some big shots in the second half. He had 3 straight threes in the third quarter, which really kind of widened the lead. So I completely understand giving him the player of the game and the sixth man award.
Yeah, they had a really good start to that third quarter, and that proved to be really the difference. The first half was close throughout, a couple of lead changes, but still that third quarter was a really good start from the Trailblazers, and it ended up being what put them on top and put them out to this 20-point lead. I don't think we were expecting the final score to be like this one.
No, John Harrell had a 10-point win in his predictions for University. As we'll take a break here, and we'll come back with our final thoughts here as we are in the Connor Insurance post-game show live on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here for the final time on the Connor Insurance postgame show on IndianaSRN. University defeats Traders Point 60-40. And final thoughts, Jarrett?
Well, when you're looking at the numbers from the stats from University, they had the 3 guys that led them in scoring up top, and one of them was Pierce, and he only finished the night with 8 points. So that's another thing. You have 8 different scorers score for University. That just goes to show how well they shared the basketball, how good the ball movement was, and the cutting without the basketball is kind of something that you almost forget about. And really, when you have guys that are making the cuts and the ball movement that you do in University, it's just really good offense. It was fun to watch, and they deserve this victory tonight, no doubt.
We'll see Traders Point again on Monday versus Horizon Christian. For our cameraman, Micah Ware, producer Jerry Collins, for my broadcast partner Jarrett Lewis, I'm Sean Krall. Once again, our final score from Traders Point: University 60, Traders Point 40. Good night, God bless, and have a Merry Christmas.